what are the thoughts from the Arcturian Collective on that timeline? And were they here, or was that like a catalyst to help them come and like help humanity?
That's a great question. So we were there well before Lemuria and Atlantis. We have seen the early stages of both civilizations, and we knew at that time that they would be two primal, timelines for the Earth, and the
Mhm.
potential going in one way or the other way. So the potentials of both aspect of complete elevation, where we will be completely ascended beings today, or going into destructions and descending, manipulation, distortion can also. So both potential were coexisting at the time. We were there in our Arcturian form. I remember Lemuria. I was assigned to other places, but I remember Lemuria. I am more I remember more Atlantis. I know I was more involved with Atlantis. And one of the things that Atlantis really stood out for us was their crystal generators or their crystalline temple. They were utilizing really sophisticated, advanced level of crystalline technology to really sustain the
Mhm.
multitude aspect of the islands of Atlantis. And of course, with how they were, opening interdimensional portal so that many beings can come in and out, and the Atlantean can travel and have meeting with council and come back um, at will. But that's after, I believe I remember correctly, after 5 level of cycles, we can see that even though they reach a peak of the golden age, we can still see the potential of the downfall. And then with everything else that come down, for what we
Mhm.
remember in the history, but the Earth archives have all the recordings of all of this. And of course, in the intergalactic level, we do have the recordings as well. But we can see that the descending, what happened is that, in very simple terms, is the planet has descended so deep into multiple lowers octave of light and separation,
Mhm.
the bend of forgetfulness, the disconnect took place, and that lead up to where we are today. And of course, there was other factors throughout history. But if you think about Atlantis, Lemuria first, and then Atlantis, there's still many souls on the planet who still are healing wounds from the memory of Atlantis, guilt,
Mhm.
feeling
Mhm.
responsible, feeling this deep sadness, grief, loss. Grief leads to loss. And I think that we are right now, we are shifting back into deeply healing and restoring the Atlanteans a timeline that will, in terms of contributing to bringing more light and sustaining the movement of the light that we're coming back. It is no longer necessary for no souls on the planet to hold so much grief, guilt, sadness, and distortion. It's time to, how could I say that, transmute these energy and replace them more with light, the wisdom, and extracting much more what we have learned from the Atlantean timelines and what happened, and the
Mhm.
opportunity we have today to make a difference, if that makes sense.